Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Want to talk about the intimidating woman. I get this question a lot, and I need you to understand something, okay? Because really, when it comes down to intimidation, it's all a mindset. And you have to realize that a man is not and never has been intimidated by a woman in the literal sense. Now, not feeling worthy is not the same as being intimidated. It's essentially him saying we're not a match, we're not a fit. And it wouldn't even be not feeling worthy. It's more so just not feeling compatible. If you got 10 degrees and he didn't finish high school, it's not that he's intimidated by you. It's that we don't talk the same language. We don't see eye to eye. And I think what happens is so many independent women who go to Independent Woman University, so many women talk themselves out of love because they are telling themselves that men are intimidated by them. And if you tell yourself that, whether it's true or not, it will become true. So everywhere I go, if I tell myself I'm not going to get a fair deal from this white businessman because I'm a black man, my energy is already going to be off. And I'm going to be accusing him of scamming me or trying to get over on me because I'm already telling myself that I'm not going to get a fair shake. And so I'm like, man, I'm just looking for somebody honest to do business with. Everybody tries to get over. Like, I understand I'm a black man. Please give me your white man price. Don't give me the black man price. And the guy could be like, my wife is black and I got black children. I'm not judging you because you black. You see what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of women are going on these dates or meeting these men and going and just like, so I have 2 degrees, 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's degree, and I'm working on my doctorate. Does that offend you? Because I'm just so used to men being so intimidated. Does that intimidate you that I'm accomplished and well off and that I already have my own home and my own car and a 401k and an IRA and a college fund, even though I haven't had a child? Does that intimidate you? And the man like, okay, congratulations. Do I need to clap it up? Do you want, here go a cookie? You see what I'm saying? The man like, all right, you ain't have to tell me that. Like, what does that have to do with your personality? What does that have to do with your integrity? What does that have to do with your ability to be a mother or a wife? Nothing. All them degrees have to do with is what kind of job you can get and what pay scale you're gonna be on. And a lot of time them degrees don't even secure a job. You still got to fight tooth and nail for a job. And I got family members with all kind of degrees and now job. You hear me? Now re-job, not a one. And job don't want them. All them degrees, job. Okay, congratulations. Hey, glad you finished. Where'd you go to? Oh, Kellogg's University. Oh, congratulations. I've been watching a lot of commercials, Kellogg's University and IDC College. Oh, congratulations. Well, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have an opening for you at this moment, but, keep your head up. Things are coming back, Trump 2020, he's doing a lot for Black Americans and just all the jobs that he's providing for you guys. And so just keep going. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, what them degrees got to do with how you going to raise your child? My wife got a master's degree. She got a master's in medical sciences. It ain't seen no use. You know what the seen use? Her abilities as a woman to build a family. There's no degree for that. It's no degree for that. She will have a doctorate in that right there. In building a family. taking care of household, being the CEO of home, being the CEO, being the rock solid anchor in her family life. She'll have a doctorate in that, but that's not a major. You see what I mean? So here I was, a criminology major. When I met my wife, she told me she was a biomedical science major. That ain't intimidate me. I was like, oh, okay, I might get to be a stay-at-home dad. Ooh, I like that. That's how a man think. But see, if you telling yourself, I said men are not intimidated by women. Here go up. Oh, actually they are. Do more research. Do you have a dang-a-lang? Ma'am, do you have a dang-a-lang? Okay, have you ever had a dang-a-lang? Okay, have you ever been in a locker room with 95 other men? Oh, you haven't? Oh, so you never played on a football team? Let me tell you, have you been around men from the age of 0 in locker rooms, in barbershops, hearing all of the conversations, unadulterated, unfiltered, around men? Oh, you haven't? Oh, so you arguing with me about what I'm telling you about what men is and ain't? Oh, okay. Okay, you can have that, sister. You can have that, sister. That's what you telling yourself? All right, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Listen to what I'm telling you. Ain't no man intimidated by no woman. Okay, when we use the word, we misuse it. I done used the word wrong and said, oh, he probably was intimidated by you. What I really mean is he wasn't attracted to you. Y'all was not no fit. And I misused the word. Listen. So here's the key. This the key. Is you got to break free. You got to break free. This one thing that I see so many women trapped by. So many women trapped by titles. And men hate that. So many women trapped by titles. And there's men out here like this too. Titles and associations. Skeet, 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 skeet. It's like, what? Do you not know the great 1906, 1911? You don't know what this is? Ski. And I'm like, this that only color you gonna wear? And I don't know who sign language I'm doing on this sorority. It's like, you a Delta. Okay, congratulations. Okay, did the Delta give you a job? Did the Delta got you a 401k? Okay, why you wearing Delta on your forehead? Why you keep making that noise? It's like, can we sit down and have us a meal? You can. Oh, you're AKA? Okay, congratulations. Listen, you can't wear pink and green everywhere. We going to my cousin's funeral. You got on this loud pink and green. That's disrespectful to the dead. Can you put on some black? Just one day. Can you wear some blacks to that pink and green? And see, this is the thing, is so many, and I'm talking to a woman, but this human issue, because the men, the alphas and the cute dogs be the same. Hey, bro, hush. Go on somewhere with all that noise, bruh. So this is the thing, we get so caught up. This right here, y'all keep asking me what TB mean. This mean Tampa Bay. This is a baseball cap. Y'all don't know what a baseball cap is. Okay, baseball cap. Tampa Bay Rays. All right, that's what this is. All right. Now, a young lady made me a hat. I ain't got it in here. I think Gail P Designs made me a hat with my mentor .life on. I had it over there in my office, but I wore it the other day, and I think I left it in another room. But now, if I get somebody to know how to stitch, Gail P, stitch me a TG on here, so people can start asking me. I've been wanting to ask, what does TB mean? Back to what I was saying. Y'all, go get you a degree. And that's all you. The bachelor's. Bachelor of Science. That's what your hat say. As soon as you sit down. Hi, how are you? I'm a Bachelor of Science. Nice to meet you. My other name is Laura. And so, yeah, what Bachelor of Arts are you? And it's like, hi, I'm a master. I have a master's in social work. And so, yeah, what about yourself? What's your master's in? And so that is what you feel defines you. You've let that define you, your sorority and your degrees and your certificates, your trades. You've let that define you. So you assume that men are intimidated by you. Child, ain't nobody worried about that. Ain't nobody thinking about that. The first thing he think about is, okay, well, how she do this here? How she gonna get on the bike? It's because he nasty. That's the first thing. Degree? He don't care about your degree. Job? He don't care about nothing about your job. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand. So what you have to do first is just understand, number one, you got to say to yourself, I'm a child of God. Number two, you got to say, I am a good woman. You have to define yourself outside of man's and society's labels and standards and associations and man-made accomplishments. Who made the university you graduated from? Who created the job you working on? All that is man-made stuff. That stuff don't define you. Who are you as a person? Where your heart at? See, a man want to see your energy. How do you conversate? Do you speak and listen, or do you just want to speak? Do you speak and then cut people off when they speaking, or do you speak and listen? Can you listen forever, for a long time, without speaking, until the ball hit in your court, on your side of the court, and say, what do you think about that? And then you respond. Or do you have to be cutting people off while they talking? See, that's what a man trying to figure out. You could be a billionaire, and how your personality is, your conversation skills, your energy, that's going to determine whether he like you or he doesn't. That's going to determine whether he see you as a meal ticket and a come up, or whether he sees you as a solid, good, strong woman. So what you really have to work on is personality. You got to work on people skills. And the way you do this is you sit down and you look at everybody you know. You write down everybody you know. And then you write what you like about them and what you don't. And that's how you learn how to be. And then you analyze people outside of you that you don't know personally, and you see their personality, if they a public figure. And you ask yourself, what do I like and what don't I like? And then what you do like, you ask yourself, why do I like that? And then what you don't like, you ask yourself, why don't I like that? And then you get to the root of why you do like it, and then get to the root of why you don't like it. And what you may realize is that your root may be rooted in pain. It may be rooted in misinformation. It may be rooted in something that you're not proud of. So that's where you want to get to. And then you're able to assess if you are operating from the right place or not. Because you may say, well, I don't like that. And then when you say, why don't I like that? Well, it reminds me of my ex. So what didn't you like about your ex? Well, he was a cheater and he was a liar. But he was real confident in his words and would speak about his gifts and how gifted he was. And so now, because this person is confident and they know their gifts and they're confident in their gifts, you don't like them. But you don't like them because you don't like them. You don't like them because it reminds you of your ex, and your ex dogged you out. So now you taking that out on them. You see what I mean? So you got to analyze, you got to get to the root of it. And so now when you come and you see what you do and don't like, this helps you shape your personality. I've realized I'd rather be quiet than talk too much. But I also realize I'd rather talk enough when I'm in a setting around people. Don't over talk. Don't just steal the conversation, but ad lib and be engaged in the conversation and ask some questions. I feel like that's a solid ground. That's the safe space where I want to be at. Because I've seen people who just talk when they having a conversation. See, right here, I could talk forever because I'm talking to my camera, okay? But if I'm talking to somebody, I gotta talk. Then I need to hear what they got to say. Need to ask them some questions. Listen to them. It's like a tennis match. You see what I'm saying? So this what in studying and observing people, it helped me understand what I do and don't like. And that helps me develop my personality and the way I interact, the way I show up in the world. And for so many women who are single and ready for their husband, that is the issue, is you haven't evaluated how you show up in the world. You haven't tweaked your personality. And so you operating from a place of pain or from a place of bitterness, from a place of introvertness, from a place of shyness, from a place of misinformation, from a place of savagery. You haven't got to the root of why you see the world the way you see it and why you act the way you act. And it could be that your specific look has not been praised. You may feel like your look hasn't been praised and you haven't gotten the respect and the recognition that your height or your body type or your skin complexion or your race, you haven't gotten the recognition and the respect that you feel you deserve. And you look at other people who look different than you and you feel they're getting recognized and respected and you don't like that. So that changes your countenance, and then you go into the world differently and you talk to a man differently. So now, because you feel insecure about your skin color, about your body type, or about your race, your height, whatever it may be, your income level that you grew up in, you could have grew up dirt poor, to where your ground in your house was dirt. It was the soil that God created, and your ceiling was the stars. You could have grew up dirt poor. You had to wear your sister clothes. They were too big or too small, and you went to school and got picked on because you had on somebody else's clothes. Y'all had to share meals. Okay, you get a bean, you get a bean, and then y'all, now what we're gonna do is cut the bean in half. That's real for a lot of people. That's real for some people. So you so upset about that little bean that you had to eat. My wife was telling me about tough times when she grew up, and they had to split a bean burrito for 89 cents, and sometimes with her mom, and that will affect you when you get grown. When you get grown, you ordering sushi? How much? Excuse me, baby. Did we need to order all this food for the birthday party? Well, yes. I'd rather have more than enough than not enough. I always get on some wife about that, right? But that could be from childhood, from when you had tough times. Now that you able, you want to live. And same thing with myself. It's like, nah, I want nice stuff because my parents raised me and they would go into debt. And my auntie used to write bad checks to get Jordans for my cousin. And I seen that. And we was broke. Like my friends and stuff was broke, but everybody had Tommy Hilfiger. Until we found out he said he didn't make his clothes for black people. Then we stopped wearing that Tommy Hilfiger. But back then, Tommy Hilfiger was in. If you had a Tommy Hilfiger, you were balling. I remember my homeboy, his mama had him so many Tommy Hilfigers. And back then we had knockoff Tommy Hilfiger, but that's what I saw. So now that I'm as an adult, I got to get me a little drip. Okay, I got to be driving nice. My watch got to be nice. My shoe got to be nice. You hear me? And every now and then I got the flex. Every now and then I got the flex. But that come from an insecurity. That come from me feeling insecure as a black man. Me not feeling worthy. Me not feeling like America is my home. So because America is not my home, that make me feel like I got to show my worth. So this white man could have more money than me and he okay driving a $40,000 vehicle. No, bruh. Me being a black man, I'm not going to get no respect if I'm in a $40,000 vehicle. You're going to look down on me. But when I pull up in the here foreign, now, oh, how are you, Mr. Gaskins? How can I help you? What do you need? All right, let me know. And that's the difference. That's the difference. I remember my homeboy had a car. He was black guy. He had a car so raggedy when we was in high school. That car was so raggedy. We had to go to a dinner for the school. And I had my other homeboy in the car. He said, man, when you pull up in this, the valet gonna ask you, do you want me to park this or do you want me to drive it off a cliff? And man, that car was so raggedy. But I noticed when I got to a certain age and I could afford something different and I could get me a nice car, I pull up in valet at the hotel. They say, hey, sir, we're going to park your car right here. I pull up at valet at the mall. Hey, sir, we're going to park your car right here. Now, when I had my Impala, you went and parked that. Why you ain't leave my Impala up here in the front? But now that I pull up in this here, and this rented, this is rental. I ain't telling them all that, but I'm thinking, oh, you want to leave this in the front. Get treated different. So what happened is a lot of us, men included, but I'm talking to a woman, you operating from your insecurity. And that's making you intimidating. You trying to be intimidating because you write all your degrees on your forehead. You go to the hairstyler. Oh yes, can you figure out how you could do this finger wave that say bachelor's right here in the finger wave? Or I want to get braids, but I want the braids to spell master's degree. And so you figuring out a way that you go out on your first date and you got your crochet. What y'all call that? The little rope that y'all put when y'all graduate. I ain't graduated from college. What y'all call that? You put your crochet on going on your first date. The man. Oh, that's nice. So who made that? Chanel? Oh no, this from when I got my master's. It just looks so good. It complement my outfit. So I just figured I use this in fashion sometimes. Excuse me though. Pay me no mind. Pay me no mind. And he like, oh, okay. Oh yeah. All right, yeah. Hey, I like that. Now, hey, that's sharp. Now, that's sharp. I need to wear mine. I ain't even think about that. That's sharp. And so you trying to find a way to show, because you might be first generation college student. You might be first generation American. You might be a naturalized citizen. You might have come from being poor. You might have come from a bad neighborhood. So now when you get some accomplishments, it's the first thing come out your mouth. And that's how I was. Reason why I understand this behavior is because I'm talking about myself. That's how I was. Every speech I gave, I had to talk about the money I'm making. You hear me? Because I ain't come from no money. So I was struggling. So I was speaking things into existence. While I'm up there lying about how much money I done made, my bank account probably was doing bike flips in the negative. But I'm speaking into existence. I'm talking about it because I ain't have it. Now that I done built some businesses, I'm finna let you know that too. You know why? Because I wasn't born into it. My daddy ain't got that. My granddad ain't had that. I never met one of my granddads. They were passed, before I was old enough to know them or meet them. And so I'm talking about it. That come from a place of feeling not worthy enough. So listen to me. If a man does not know that you got degrees and you got your own house and you got your own car, then how is he going to be intimidated by you? Unless you told him all them things. And why are you telling him all those things? They ain't none of his business. When he see it, he see it. Oh, well, he's seen it. I didn't say anything. Actually, I didn't say anything. He saw it. He walked me to my car because he said, you know, can I walk you to your car? And he walked me to my car and he was like, oh, this where you parked that over here? Oh, that's your car right there? And I drive a Mercedes and it's a new like 2018 C-Class. And I was like, yep, that's me right there. You don't have to walk me to my car. Like, how, you know, it's okay. Where'd you park at? And he was like, oh, I'm over there. And oh my goodness, he was in a 1989 Honda Civic. And so after that, it's like the next day I didn't hear from him. Listen to me, ain't had nothing to do with your Mercedes-Benz. Ain't had nothing to do with your Mercedes-Benz, your Audi, your BMW, your Beamer, as you like to call it. Well, I have a Beamer. And so it's just such a headache having a Beamer. It's like, people who have Beamers understand. If you don't have a Beamer, you don't understand. But it's like, when you have a Beamer, every time you go into service, it's $1,500 or more. That's the least you're going to pay. Like, I love my Beamer. Like, I would not trade it for the world, but I could easily say I'll put $10,000 in the service bay. Like, oh my goodness. And so, ain't nobody ask you about your Beamer. But when he don't call you or he start acting a certain way, you think it's because he's intimidated. It's not that he's intimidated. It's that he doesn't feel y'all are a fit. And it's not because of money. He just don't like y'all personality together. He don't like the way y'all mesh, the way y'all vibe. See, if a man like you and y'all mesh, y'all vibe, he can see you as a wife. You could be a billionaire or you could be a brokenaire. You could be broke or you could be wealthy. It does not matter. If he likes you and he can see you as being his wife, he's not going to be intimidated. You know why he's not going to be intimidated? Because a man is not wired to be intimidated by a woman. Because God made man and he gave Adam dominion over the earth. He gave him dominion over the earth. What that mean is, this man kill lions. Adam wake up, you know what? I'm still getting this beef and this cow out my teeth on last night, but that ostrich was good. But today I want me a lion. I'm feeling like lion today. Adam was killing lions. Adam was out there boxing with bears. Out there with the grizzly bear. All the boo-boo on Jungle Book. You seen them Jungle Book, because that's how we used to live. So how a man out hunting, because see, back then when they didn't have a gun, so back then he had a spear. He had to run, jump in the air, come down with that spear on that animal so they could eat dinner. They weren't vegans. They were tearing that meat up. And so how you think he finna be out there in the woods doing that and then come home scared of his wife? Oh, I'm intimidated. Oh, where you went to Bedrock University up the road? Oh, look at you. How many degrees did you get? Oh my God, I'm so scared of you. Oh my goodness, I'm intimidated by you with those degrees. That man ain't worried about them degrees. That man ain't worried about that you got your own house. That don't scare him. He ain't intimidated by that. It's you that he do not want, because he know y'all is not a fit. See, it may have nothing to do with your house, your car, and your degrees. It may be your spirit is repelling his spirit. He might have a demonic spirit. You might have an angelic spirit. And that demon can't be around your angel. So he got to run. It's not because of what you got and what you done accomplished. So, and that's what we associate with intimidation. Now, and sometimes people will look at spirituality and say that, oh, he was intimidated by spirituality. If that's the word that you want to use, then you could use that. Here go a cookie. If you want to use that, but it's really just compatibility, not intimidation. You're not compatible. No demon don't want to sit next to no angel. He trying to get back around the demon so they could act a fool. He trying to sit next to no angel and be feeling convicted in his spirit all day. Like, oh man, he's so perfect. He's so good. Like, my goodness, I'm trying to smoke a little weed. I'm trying to do my little gambling. I'm trying to watch my little nasty movies. You see what I'm saying? And you good at too, sure. You wake up, you in your Bible. Oh, yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Oh, yes. Got your olive oil. And so he looking at you and wow. I better do that. Never would have made it. Oh Lord, let me put this out. My God, I can't even get no good smoke. I'm trying to wake and bake and she over there warming south, man. This is my last day. So now he ready to go. Because your spirit repelling, it ain't got nothing to do with your 9 degrees. It ain't got nothing to do with your Beamer. It ain't got nothing to do with your 3-bed, 2-bath house. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with that, sister. So what you have to do is you have to change the narrative in your mind. You got to stop telling yourself that men are intimidated by you. And you have to be humble. You got to stop wearing your sorority jacket everywhere you go. That don't define you. Okay, you rush. You had to eat onions. You had to kiss a woman in the mouth. You had to climb Mount Rushmore. You had to do all this to cross the line. Okay? And you made it. Congratulations. Here go a cookie. All right, you got to wear that jacket everywhere. Take that jacket off. We don't need to see that jacket. You in the gym with that plastic jacket on with them stitched on letters. If the lady beside you can't even get a good workout in on the Stairmaster because she hear your jacket. Oh yeah, AKA, oh yeah, Delta, oh yeah, Sigma, Theta, Beta, all that noise being made on the Stairmaster. Strip everything that is man-made. When I say man-made, I mean human-made. I don't mean male-made. A woman could have made it too, but we're just saying mankind, all right? Oh, everything is man-made. You just get on my nerves. Such a chauvinist. You know what? You're a low-key chauvinist. People over here taking advice from you, and you a chauvinist. Listen now, man-made mean mankind, okay? Hey, I be arguing with all kinds of stuff. Yesterday I had to block 7, 8 block. If I don't understand the comment, block. Oh, y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. I done knocked my microphone off. Y'all forgive me. Well, hey, that's how hard I be blocking people. I be knocking stuff off. And then crack my phone blocking people so fast. So understand this: when you change your mindset and you, the meek shall inherit the earth. If the meek gonna inherit the earth, the meek gonna inherit a husband. You got to inherit a husband before you inherit the earth. So you got to be meek. The Bible say be lowly in spirit. Just be humble. Pride will come before a fall. Yes. Can I order a bachelor's degree holder filet mignon with a master's degree side of asparagus with a doctorate creme brulee for dessert? Yes. And do you have a LCMFW certified red wine? Okay, yes, thank you. I have that. You see what I'm saying? Stop wearing everything on your forehead. Stop wearing it on your sleeve. And so it ain't that he intimidated, it's that he's annoyed. He annoyed. Okay? Because you telling him about everything you got and that you don't need no man. So he like, okay, well, why we on this date? You keep telling me about all the money you making and how good your job is and men intimidated by it. Listen, so I ain't intimidated by it. I'm annoyed by you because that's what you keep talking about. I want to get to know you. Like, where your heart at? Like, what kind of movies you like to watch? Like, what kind of books you like to read? Like, I'm tired of hearing about summa cum laude. Like, I want to talk about Sade. How many of her songs you like? Instead of summa cum laude. Like, come on now, can we have a real conversation outside of yourself and your accomplishment? Just because your mom and daddy made you feel bad in life, like you ain't worth nothing unless you get all these degrees. Listen, I ain't judging you like your mama and daddy. I know where you come from and what your culture say about education. Look, I ain't of that. I'm not judging you because of that. Like, look, just be you. Degree don't matter to me. That's what the man's saying. That's what the man thinking about. So when you shift this, what's going to happen is you're going to go into this space to where you walk into the room, you go on a date, and it's like you glide. You walking, but it look like you glide because you got a humble aura. You got a self-confident aura. And y'all sit down and y'all talk about y'all politics, y'all talk about religion, y'all talk about sports, y'all talk about investment ideas, business ideas, and he just falling for you. He just love your conversation. He love how you play tennis. You hit it to him, boom. You let him talk long as he need to talk. He hit it back to you, boom. You express all of your full thought without talking too long. You hit it back to him, boom. So he love the way you vibe. And then after he done did that, it might be at the end of the date. It might be the second, third, fourth, fifth date that your degree come up, that your job come up, that the neighborhood you live in come up. And now it's just a cherry on top. It's just the icing on the cake. Oh, okay, cool. That's, you know what? It's interesting that you say that you have a master's, because most women wear that on their forehead. Like, it's tattooed on their forehead, masters. And we've been talking all this time, like for several hours, and I'm just finding out you have a master's degree. So like, how did you get to that point? And he want to know, like, how do you not let your sorority or your job or your accolades define you? Like, how are you self-confident enough that those things don't define you, that you got to just talk about that all the time? You know, see, me being in a sorority, it's like, one thing about us is that we are envied. Like, every woman wants to be us, every man wants to be with us, and so we are just envied, and it makes it hard for me to date, because once you cross that line, it's like you're somebody, and people look up to you, and they want to be clicked up with you, and men are intimidated by you. And so, to be honest with you, I mean, that's why you ask why I'm single. That's why I'm single, because ski. And so, or you doing the same thing about your degree. You know, it's like, I have a degree in communications and a degree in social work, and for just some reason, the fact that I have a double major, double degree, it's like men run. They hear that and they run. And he's like, okay, that's interesting. He ready to check, please. He ready to run because personality. Look, you got to think about this, okay? Think about this and check yourself if it's you. And okay, if I'm tap dancing on your toe, stay out the comments. Just sit with it. Just woosah. Remember woosah from, I think it was on Bad Boys. Just woosah, okay. Whew, Tony get on my nerves. I always think he know everything, trying to tell me something about my personality. I work hard for that degree. If a man is intimidated because I mentioned my degree, then he need to be intimidated. That ain't a man that Yahweh got for me, because I serve Yahweh. Listen, sister, listen. Okay, calm down. All right, calm down. And just evaluate your personality. Evaluate your conversation. Evaluate what defines you. See, your integrity, your character, your personality, that ought to be defining you. Not your sorority, not your degree, not your job title, not your neighborhood you live in, not the car you drive. Mercedes-Benz don't mean nothing. Mercedes-Benz don't mean nothing. Lexus don't mean nothing. Porsche don't mean nothing. Thing be raggedy. Every luxury car be raggedy. I remember bought me a Maserati, pull up to my son's school, the darn parking stop, put my whole grill off my car. I say, when I had my Impala, I ain't had this issue. Get me a Maserati, now I got to go get a whole new front bumper from a parking stop. You see what I'm saying? So all that stuff right there don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing now, because now you go holler about your sorority. Now people ain't got to get hazed no more. Now people ain't got to rush no more. Now they just could cut a check. Okay, you in it. But then they go and lie and say, whew, I remember those days. We had that rush was serious. Child, your mama wrote a check. Child, you a grandfather then. Granddaughter then. That's what, grandmama then. Sorry, you a grandmama then, child. You ain't don't know nothing about no rushing. You ain't. Child, we know. But she lied to me like she was on the line. Had to rush. You see what I'm saying? So now, that sorority stuff, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Wear your regular jacket. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing to the man that you trying to marry. That don't mean nothing. Your job title, that don't mean nothing. Because the person who clean up the school, they could love their job. But if they say, I'm a sanitation engineer, wow, you an engineer? Wow, that is amazing. So what all do you do? Like, do you create, like, you code software for cleaning companies? Oh, no. So what I do is, like, you know what I'm saying, sweep the bathrooms up, you know, like that little ring that be in the toilet, like I get the limestone and get that out of there and just like just really beautify everything, because then that's my passion, you know what I mean? Because that's what I do, because see, I'm from the streets. So for me, it's like getting that ring out the toilet, like that right there. If you got a ring in your toilet, call me, because as a sanitation engineer, I'm top notch. That's what I do. You see what I'm saying? So when you go with your job title, all right, you make $70,000, $80,000 a year. You know, a janitor might make $20,000. You know, if in LA might make $30,000 or $40,000 because the cost of living higher. But janitor might make $14,000 to $20,000. Humble job, humble living. They ain't less than nobody. But that sanitation engineer title, that man can't tell the difference between that title and your title. I am a community relations specialist, and you could be in a 6-figure job. Oh, it sounds like you make less than the sanitation engineer. You see what I'm saying? Community relations specialist. Oh, you got a degree in communications? That's what the athletes major in when they trying to go to the NFL. They all of them communication majors. So I was under the impression that communication is the easiest degree in school, because that's what the guy who can't read major in. So, that's what you can be. Oh, okay. All right. You see what I'm saying? That's how the stuff that we label ourselves with, to somebody, it don't mean nothing. To the person that you getting ready to marry, that you getting ready to date, it might not mean nothing. So that's why you can't define yourself. Some people, money don't mean nothing to them. Like, you say you make X amount of dollars. Okay. All right. Congratulations. What is your character like? I'm more interested in character. For me, character is currency. So yeah, you could be rich and still be broke if you don't have character. You see what I mean? So some people look at it like that. So you have to define you. Who are you? Who are you? What defines you? What defines you? And look, you might look at yourself and say, well, I don't have a definition. Because you can't put words to God's creation. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. So I can't even define myself, Tony. That might be what you say. That's how I say, because I'm like, man, what define me? Because boy, I need to check myself. I be walking around here. Yeah, got my mentor.life. Yep, got Tony Gaskins Academy. Yep, just wrote $17. Yep. How you doing? You see what I'm saying? I got to check myself. I don't literally do that, but I'm just saying. It be running through my head sometimes. So you have to look at this situation and you got to say, what defines me? Who am I? And how can I present myself? Go out on this date, sit down on this date, and not throw out any accolades. Just talk. Just conversate. Just have a normal conversation, heart to heart, person to person, personality to personality. Get to know each other without the labels, without the titles, without the accolades. Let me take the crochet off, a croissant, or whatever that thing called. Man, I wish I know that, but I ain't got me one, so I don't know the name of it. You see what I'm saying? So it could be a man like myself. You come in there with that rope around your neck, and with that silk banner that they put on y'all's shoulder, and you oh, that's nice. You from what country? What country are your parents from? Oh, you from America? Oh, I thought that silk thing and the rope was from somewhere else. Oh, excuse me, I ain't even know. Oh, okay, all right. That's from you. Oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? Might not mean nothing to them, but how you conversate, what your personality like, what your integrity like, what your character like. If you sitting there, you talking bad about everybody you know, that say a lot about you. You sitting there, you griping and complaining the whole night, that say a lot about you. The way to come up and your order wrong, excuse. Yes. Can I have a word with your manager? Yes. No, you don't have any power. Can you get this meal free? Okay, no, I need to speak with your manager. Okay, yes. Now listen, okay, you're the manager. Okay, what's your name? Okay, great to meet you. Okay, listen. Now, what you make in a year, I'll probably make in a month, but I'm going to take it a little easy on you tonight. Listen, I ordered asparagus, and this is broccolini. Do you know what broccolini starts with? What? Okay, congratulations. Here's a cookie. Okay, asparagus starts with what? Okay, thank you. All right, that's what I ordered. So I'm going to give you, because me and him, we just met. This is our first date, and here I am with broccolini, and I ordered asparagus. So if this is not back out here in the next 5 minutes, just, we're done. We're going somewhere else. Is that okay with you? He over there like, I give you my asparagus, and I'll take that broccolini, if that's, but yeah, whatever y'all gonna do, go ahead, yeah, you don't want to eat, so now he like, Lord, Lord, I was praying for Esther, Lord, I prayed for Ruth, you done sent Delilah in here, Jezebel, Lord. He over there talking under his breath. He ready to go. Oh, man. Ooh, my stomach hurt. I don't know. Man, I think it's the new supplements I'm on. You know what? So, hey, you know what? I don't think this is going to be, this ain't going to be good, because these supplements, it just make me nauseous, and I don't want to throw. So do you mind if we, cut this short tonight, and then when I get home and just make sure I don't have to vomit or anything, I'll give you a call. Is that all right with you? Okay, yeah. Hey, check. Yeah, I'll take care of the broccolini. I'll pay for it. He ready to go. Why? You ain't worked on your personality. Now listen what I'm telling you. Lord. Woo. Lord, forgive me. Because I stepped on some toes now. Because this real personality. I'm imitating real people. I'm imitating people I've seen act like this at the dinner table. Oh yeah, these real personalities. You need to make sure it ain't church. You see what I'm saying? You need to be humble and meek. Now let me show you how this look. He ain't worrying about none of them degrees. He ain't worrying about none of them accolades. Let me show you how this look. Yeah, excuse me. Yes. I know it's so loud in here. I probably didn't say it. I probably mumbled or didn't say it loud enough. But I ordered asparagus and this is broccolini. Oh, hey, it's no problem. It's no problem at all. Like you could just bring it out like as a side or what have you, and like on a own plate. And I'll keep this here. You don't have to take it back or anything like that. I'll keep this here, but and no rush, no rush. I just wanted to, because sometimes broccolini doesn't sit well with me, and no, I totally get it. It's totally fine. Listen, I was a waitress in college. I totally get it. It's not your fault. It's the kitchen. They do what they want to do. Sometimes people misread the tickets. I totally get it. Okay, thank you so much. You see what I'm saying? Nah, which one you think a man want to marry? Which one you think a man want to marry? Number one or number two? But the number one, she exists. A plethora. It's a plethora of y'all out there giving people a headache. So, and what you don't understand, you think your degree done got you some respect. They back there with your food. Get a little bit off this here dirt. Piece of lint. All right, order 70's up. That's why your stomach hurt. Because you got too many degrees. They just throw it in the manager's face. And now the cook, he done got threatened that he gonna get docked for reading the ticket wrong. So now he put a little extra sauce in there. And you know how I know that? That's why I don't send no food back. Because I had a homeboy, the same homeboy that I told you, that told my homeboy who was driving that raggedy car. He said, man, when you pull up, the valet gonna say, yes, do you want us to park this or drive it off a cliff? He told my homeboy that. And so that same homeboy that said that, he said, man, hey, when I worked at Burger King, he ain't talk like I talk because he was from New York. So they talk different from up there. So he was like, yeah, I worked at Burger King. If we got mad with someone who comes through the drive-thru, we took their Whopper patty and rubbed it on the floor. We rubbed it across the floor and then put it back on the bun. And we're all one team. We all and I say, what? So now when I go through Burger King, yeah, I said no onion, no pickle, but hey, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'll take these onions off, take these pickles off. It's cool. It's gonna have a little onion flavor, but it's cool. Don't even worry about it. But just you'll give me a ticket to get a free meal next time. Hey, thank you very much. So I just gonna get my little ticket to get my free Whopper the next time I come through. No, you ain't gotta make it over. I'll take care of it. And then guess what? I was watching the news and they say this woman got arrested. She was working at Wendy's. She was taken out of from down there. The woman was taking vajay discharge. Taking her discharge. Putting it on the Wendy's sandwiches like mayonnaise. For y'all don't know what mayonnaise is, mayonnaise. She was putting her bodily on the sandwich like mayonnaise. Oh, you want to argue? All right, with all your degrees, you want to argue? Okay, go ahead. You finna have yet another kind of mayonnaise on that sandwich. And so that's what she was doing. She got arrested. I watched it on the news. I ain't making this up. I watched this on the news. But see, that's what a nasty attitude to get you. When you walk around like that. So now I'm changed my attitude. Because I used to be like that. Well, I used to read you left to right, head to toe. And now, if I got to read you, I ain't doing no business with you. You not finna have access to nothing of mine. If I got to read you. When I read you, I'm done with you now. If I have to read you, I'm done with you. Nope, you ain't taking my car back there to do no more search. Nope, I'm taking it somewhere else. Put my car back together, I'm taking it somewhere else. I had to read the service manager not too long ago. I put my car back together. I ain't giving you a dime. Put my car back together, I'm gone. I took and traded the car in. I ain't finna drive it because I don't know what they did to it. I ain't finna take it nowhere else because they probably tore it from the floor up. Now, I went and traded the car in. I say all that to say, I ain't say none of that to say anything. That was just a little tangent. But what I want you to understand is that based on your attitude, based on your personality, based on your level of humility, based on how you define yourself and what you allow to define you, that will determine who and what you attract in your life. So understand this, no man you meet is intimidated by you. He's just not the man for you. So stop telling yourself that men are intimidated by you. Because when you tell yourself that men are intimidated by you, you repel the man. Because your energy changes. If you say, I'm a man magnet and these men fighting over me, these men can't wait to be with me, guess what? Your energy gonna be different than if you saying, these men so sorry. Every last one of them intimidated. Just intimidated a strong woman. So now you go into the conversation like that. Change your mindset. And it will change how people view you, how they receive you. I got my family a suite at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. And I sat down with the concierge and the guy who sold it. And they said, Tony, you know, it's one thing about you is you so humble. Like, we just didn't really, you so humble. I say, now listen, I got another side now. Just, hey, trust me. Yeah, I'm humble. But what they were saying is, you don't act like a lot of people who can get one of these suites. You don't carry yourself like that. You don't act like that. You don't flaunt that. You ain't condescending. You're not short with people. You know, talking down to people. You don't act like that. And really, it's because I serve Christ. It's because I serve Christ and I know who I am in the Lord. I ain't got to flex on you. I ain't got to talk down to you like you beneath me. I ain't got to do that. The Lord gave me some special gifts that I could do what I do in business and I could earn a living, but I don't have to make you feel less than. Instead, I'm going to speak in your life, show you how you could use your gifts to do business. I'm going to show you how you could get certified to be a life coach and get on my mentor.life so you could add a few streams of income to your life. Instead of just me doing it and not creating a way for you to do it. So when you have humility, you got a 3-bed, 2-bath, you got a car that's good, you got a job, you got a degree, you got a master's, you got a doctorate, or whatever all they got, PhD, MD, you got all this. All that should be icing on the cake. It shouldn't be the cake because you more than that. That stuff don't define you. So understand that and stop letting society put labels and definitions on you based on what you accomplish in this world. What have you accomplished in the kingdom of God? What have you accomplished in the sight of God? Where is your spirituality, meaning your humility and your walk with God? Not your spirituality where you got to be speaking in tongues over the dinner food. Lord bless the cook. Lord, let it be nurtured. Lord, not spirituality like that, but your peace, your humility, your kindness, your love. Where is that at? Let that define you. Let that lead you. Let that guide you. And then guess what? Everything that's for you, you're going to attract it. And if that's love, you're going to attract that. It's coming to you because you attract what you are. You attract what you become. Hey, this Tony Gaskins. I got to go. Got to coach again. I'm coaching this month. 2 sessions a day. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you need a session with me, I think this month booked up though. I think it's booking into November right now. But you can visit my mentor.life and there's several coaches on there. So you could select the category that you want coaching in. So when you click browse or find a coach, at the top you're gonna see a little line that say click for filters. When you click that, you're gonna see subject. It says subject or category. When you click that, all the different categories that you could get coaching on is right there. And when you select one of those and then you hit apply at the bottom, it's gonna bring up all the coaches that coach on that topic. And then you pick one of those coaches. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. God bless you. And if you're ready to become a life coach, the link in the description with a little coupon code for you for watching to this point of the video. God bless you.